Nat Turner's memorable 31 years. Nat Turner was born on October 2nd, 1800 to the property of Benjamin Turner, a small plantation owner in Southampton County, Virginia. At a young age, Nat demonstrated intelligence by being able to read without being taught, knew things that happened before he was born, and developed religious beliefs. Educated by his mom and grandma, Nat learned to hate slavery. Although Nat was taught to hate slavery, he could get along with his master's kids and other whites. He became a preacher and taught whites and blacks the Bible. In Nat's life, he had many visions and heard many voices. Because Nat thought he was too smart to remain a slave, he ran to the woods and hid there for a month. Turner believed that the spirit had told him to return to his master, so he returned. A few years before, Turner had heard a noise in the sky and the spirit telling him that the serpent was unleashed. He was told he would see a sign in the sky that would start the rebellion. In 1831, he saw a solar eclipse. The rebellion had started. Before his time, there were many slave rebellions, and all of them were to fight for slavery. This might have inspired Nat to start his own rebellion. Nat started with a few trusted slaves because that would reduce the risk of betrayal. In the cover of the dark sky, Turner and his recruits silently killed his master and his family. By traveling house to house and slaughtering whites, Turner formed a group of about 50 slaves and killed at least 55 whites. The rebellion was quickly ended after the militia began chasing slaves. Many slaves were captured and hanged, but Turner escaped and hid at the Dismal Swamp for about a month. The Dismal Swamp was a hideout for runaway slaves, and it was part of the Underground Railroad. Nat Turner was discovered and captured by a hunter. Shortly after his capture, the Confessions of Nat Turner were published by Thomas Gray. The confessions were about his life and insurrection. Nat Turner was brought to trial on November 5th in Jerusalem, Virginia, where he was convicted of planning a rebellion and killing whites, so he was sentenced to death. On November 11th, 1831, Nat Turner was hanged and skinned. His body was maimed and body parts were kept by whites as souvenirs. Today, many slaves are forced to work, and many don't start a rebellion for their own freedom. That is why Nat Turner's rebellion is famous for the fight to end slavery.